Okay, so I wanted to do a bit of a sit down video, whatever it's called. I wanted to just sit down and kind of discuss why I have so many service dogs. So to start off with, I think the first dog I have there is Scooter. He's my 3-year-old Bernese Mountain Dog Poodle mix. Unfortunately, I did have to wash him out. And what that basically means is that he got retired because he had some fear issues so I do still have him. Scooter is mine. And so the second dog would be Duke. Duke is a 3 or 4-year-old lab, yellow lab, who came from Brigadoon Service Dogs. I had applied to Brigadoon a few years ago, like when I first got Scooter, I think back in 2015. I also applied to Brigadoon Service Dogs, and so I went through the home check, everything, got accepted into the program, and then we just had to wait. In June, I got a call saying, we think we have a dog from Brigadoon, saying we think we have a dog for you, would you like to come down and meet him? And I was like, yeah, of course I want to come meet him. So came down, and we absolutely fell in love with each other. Except last 2 weeks of September, beginning of October, we went to team training. Team training went great, he was fantastic, and then I brought him home with me, and that's where it kind of went downhill. Duke was super sweet, super sensitive, he was my heart dog. I take public transit a lot. He didn't like going on the SkyTrain. That really scared him. He was fine once, twice, and then one time I took him on, and that was the last straw for him. He was shaking, his paw pads were sweating. I immediately got off and I called my mom and I was like, no, someone's gonna come pick me up and I'm taking him home. He just couldn't deal with being in the city, and it was really, really upsetting. So we had a lot of talks with the trainers at Brigadoon. I did have the opportunity to keep him as a pet, not as a service dog. He did get the opportunity, but I couldn't have 4 dogs, so it would be keep Duke and not have a service dog, or get another service dog. And in the end, I picked to get another service dog. It was the hardest day leaving Duke, giving him back to the program. I cried for about 6 hours straight. I held it together. We walked in and we chatted a bit with the program founder, and I gave Duke back. And I was trying to not cry because I didn't want it to be really traumatic for Duke. I didn't want him to feel that negative energy and think something bad was happening. And so I held it together, and then as soon as I walked out of the room and got in the car, I just could not stop crying. And now I'm gonna cry again. Now that we're done sobbing. This is also the first time I really talked through what happened. I just didn't go anywhere after that. I stayed at home. Then December or January, got another call saying, we have 2 dogs, two doodles we think would work. And at that point I was kind of I never want another service dog, I don't want another dog, I never want to see any dog again, I just want Duke back. So reluctantly I agreed. When I walked in to meet him, he just picked up his toy and ran around the room. The program founder comes in and she's like, okay, well, what do you think of him? And I was like, oh, he's really cute, but you know, we didn't have that magical moment. And she was like, okay, how about you take him for a week, try him. And I was like, fine, okay. So I brought him back, got him for a week. I had immediately was okay, we're going to the SkyTrain, we're doing this. I need to know if this dog can do it, because I'm at the point where I think Oakley might be my last service dog, because I can't go through what I went through with Duke again, because that was really, really difficult. But that's kind of a really long story. Obviously, oh, I kept him, obviously. Oakley's mine, he's staying with me forever and ever until he needs to be retired and all of that. But that was a really long, drawn out way to discuss why I have 3 service dogs on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll try post again at some point. Or not, we'll see, because I'm awful at a consistent upload schedule.